Welcome to Deeper. This is an episode on all things intimacy brought to you by Adam and Eve. I'm Dr. Jenni Schuyler. I am a certified, I can't say the word anymore here. I am a certified intimacy therapist and licensed marriage and family therapist, and I am the resident expert for Adam and Eve. So, we are going to get started on our episode. This is a 30-minute opportunity to drop into a conversation and have a cool discussion on how language impacts intimacy. So as we explore language, I think it's just worth noting that there are new censorship rules, more censorship, I should say, on Instagram. And so that was the inspiration for this topic because our language is really important. And I've got to be honest, when I first heard the censorship regulations and rules, I was a little amiss. My entire clinical therapy practice is around intimacy, both in and out of the bedroom. And the in the bedroom portion is a word we literally can't say here anymore. So I'm going to be really creative on how to give you great education around this concept in and out of the bedroom without saying the actual word. So here we go. So let me back up and say that with the censorship piece, I first felt a little angry and I didn't know how I wanted to navigate this. And as I sunk into the concept of it, as much as I might not philosophically agree with this, I realized that I have to recalibrate. Right? I'm not in control. This is not my business. Instagram, I don't run Instagram. It's somebody else's business, and you get to run your business how you get to run your business. And if I want to participate as a member, I have to follow the rules. So in following the rules, I decided that I really need to let go of this anger and frustration. And I also decided that I'm going to get really creative and use this as an opportunity to be creative. And I invite all my clients to be creative. If they end up in my office space, it's usually because they're struggling in the bedroom. They're struggling with a function issue around their genitals. Maybe they're struggling with a desire discrepancy. Maybe they're struggling from healing from an affair. Maybe they're struggling with cancer diagnosis or surviving cancer or other chronic illness. And what I always say is, this is an opportunity for a new normal. We have to grieve what we just left behind, and we have to recalibrate to have a new normal. So as we recalibrate, I want you to also think about and hold space for this to be an opportunity for a new normal. Okay, let's talk about flirting. So what we're going to do now that we sort of covered censorship and how we're going to recalibrate and how this entire episode going forward and all our little mini episodes going forward are going to have to be recalibrated, which is fine. We're going to call it intimacy because that's what it is, and we're going to call it intimacy in and out of the bedroom because that's what it is. And we're going to talk about flirting. We're going to talk about invitations to the bedroom. And we're going to talk about striking that balance between the verbal and the nonverbal, the overt and salacious that's trying to be censored, and for various reasons, and how to really introduce the art of subtle, sensual confidence. That's our goal. I hope I can say the word sensual. We'll see. So flirting. Flirting is the art of subtlety. Right? This is not a big, overt, salacious activity. This is I come in, I make contact, I come out. And the contact can be verbal or nonverbal, but the art of flirting is the art of subtlety, and that is the beauty of it. So this whole censorship kind of invites us to really think about the art of subtlety and what does it mean to remove that which is super overt. Okay, so how do we make flirtatious contact in a subtle, soft way that can also be PG-13, or even R-rated, right? You can have an R-rated subtle flirt, right? The R-rated could be the body position you choose. The R-rated could be how you bite the neck, right? Let's say your flirtation is, I'm gonna go for a little neck nibble. And maybe just a little neck nibble is PG. And maybe a little neck bite with a little bit of teeth is maybe PG-13. And maybe you stay there and bite and suck for 5 to 10 seconds, which is still a short amount of time. That could be your R. So same body part, right? Same concept of going in for the neck nibble with the idea of flirting, but you get to choose if you're PG-13 or R rated based on how you do your nibble. How long you stay, do you just use your lips, do you use your teeth, what do you include? So those are the kinds of things to think about when you consider your Hollywood rating, if you will, the PG system, the rating system of your flirt. So that would be a nonverbal flirt. You're just going in for the neck nibble. There's no words exchanged. Other ways that you could do a nonverbal, honestly, I think flirting from the neck up is awesome, right? Because this area, neck up, I'm covering my neck because I'm cold. It's very cold in my house. I find that this is a very cool, I'm going to use the word erogenous. I hope that's okay here on our new censorship platform. But this zone, neck up, these 14 inches of body part are awesome because there are so many nerve endings. It's so accessible, and it kind of differentiates between invitation and flirting, right? An invitation to the bedroom is just that. I want to go to the bedroom right now. Please join me. Flirting is, I probably want to go to the bedroom at some point, but I'm just putting a deposit in the piggy bank so you can think about it and feel desired and validated for later. Which brings me to another point around, as human beings, we all want to feel desired and validated. Period. Right? There are other things we want as human beings. We need safety. We need structure. We need adventure. There's lots of needs as humans. However, one of the needs that I think is really important is feeling validated and feeling desired. And we can really access that through flirting, either as giver or receiver. So let's go back to this neck nibble. Let's say you choose the ear, right? I'm going to choose the ear. Not for my husband. He hates his ears. But everybody has a body part they don't like. Some things are too sensitive and they're just like, boundary. But let's say you choose the ear, right? I like my ears. So let's say he chooses the ears for me. Again, PG could be soft nibble. PG-13, he stays a little longer. R is he includes his hand on the back of my neck or on the hair while having contact with the ear. So different ways to increase the hello, I'm thinking of you, I'm making you feel desirable, I'm validating your experience as a sexual being, and I like you. That's what flirting is doing. And you can do this completely non-verbally, completely from the neck up. So those are a few things to consider as we flirt and we validate our partner for the sexiness that is them. Oh, is that the word? Oh, we're not kicked off. Okay, moving on. Invitations. So invitations to the bedroom are really key too, because the invitation basically signals, please join me. I miss you. I want you. I want to be with you. I want to connect with you. I want to feel your skin. I want to feel desired. I don't want to feel rejected. I want to experience pleasure with you. I want to experience climax with you, right? The invitation is be with me in the bedroom. Otherwise, we have time by ourselves out of the bedroom or in the bedroom, self-pleasure, wherever you want that to be. And I hope that's not censored here. But what I really want to emphasize here is the invitation is not a deposit for later. The invitation is, let's have this happen now. And so that might need to be punctuated with a little bit more overt emphasis, meaning words, or literally taking the hand. You can have the same neck nibble, take the hand and pull your partner gently to the bedroom. Or maybe with a more carnal energy, if they like that, to the bedroom. And that would be a more overt invitation. Or you can say things like, hey, I'd really love to take you to this bedroom. Or I'm going to take you to this bedroom. I hope you like that. Or something of this nature that is more overt. You can still be overt without being salacious, without objectifying, and without kind of creating the social filter that you might not otherwise. So the social filter. I'm not a fan of the social filter. If there is enough safety in the relationship to just be honest and transparent, authentic, let it fly. But there's certain places where you need a social filter for being appropriate, or because there's rules and regulations on certain platforms where you have to be more filtered. So if you are in a relationship or on a platform where you have to be more filtered, be more filtered. You can still be creative and intelligent with this, right? You can still be overt with the filter, or you could be subtle with the filter. Lots of options here. So I want to also emphasize in this invitations, how do we make emotional invitations that don't edge on salaciousness? I miss you. Would you like to connect with me? You look great. You look super handsome. You look super beautiful. That was an awesome dinner. Thank you. Or that was a killer paycheck. Hey, if we bring home a big paycheck, isn't it nice to feel validated for that? Or fabulous panties. Or breathtaking boxers. Lots of compliments we can give here to put that deposit in and create the compliment that begins the invitation. Keep in mind that all of us want to be wanted, but not all of us want to be objectified. Some people do, some people don't, right? We like to be appreciated for our humanity, and sometimes we like to be objectified. And again, sometimes there isn't that space. So as we strike the balance between the overt and the subtle, the salacious and the sensual, the unfiltered versus the confident competence that comes from beneath, we have to know our audience, right? So know your partner, know what they like. If your partner is like a platform that has more censorship rules, and they don't want to be objectified, and they don't want overt, and they don't want it in your face, then you have to respect that. And you can still be creative with respecting that, right? That confident inner piece of you, the confidence that comes from within, where you feel competent and you feel enough, can be the sexiest thing possible. Oh, I said the word again. Okay, I might get booted off. So, here's our takeaway. I'm gonna have to practice this as an intimacy therapist who runs the Intimacy Institute. Luckily, that's my name these days. It always has been my title for my business. The other part of relationship therapy that I'm not speaking to is it's just difficult to be in this field and not be able to say certain words. But the takeaway is, it's not always what you say, it's how you say it. So the nonverbal information is very important. Okay, if there are questions that are pertinent and we have not answered them, please ask. We have a wonderful team at Adam and Eve that are very knowledgeable on all things around education and products, and we can get those questions answered. You can also keep following us here. We usually repost these videos to our YouTube channel, and we have our bite-sized clips, Savvy, fill in the blank, in 60 seconds, and we might rename those to Savvy Intimacy. We'll rename this and we'll let you know what that rename is called. And either way, however we rename it, it's basically your 60 to 90 second clip of all things educational so that you can have a holistic health experience. All right, great to be with you today, and happy holidays. Have a fun holiday season. Relax, enjoy. You deserve pleasure. It's your birthright. Take care.